Hello all and welcome back to Chaos Gaming. I'm continuing my NoMundane Run of Skyrim. What I'm going to do to start here is look at where I have quests so that I can attempt to figure out the best location to go do things. You'll see here in a second that there are quests near where I am, and the issue there is that I tried each of these locations and pretty well died terribly, repeatedly. So it's possible that I'm just doing a really bad job of being strategic, playing with magic being my primary focus, but it's really shipment. I thought I already did that. Oh, I have to turn that in, okay. Anyway, so it's possible that it's just me not playing strategically correctly, but I'm running out of magicka really quick. Stuff's not taking as much damage as I would expect it to, and as much damage as things have been in the past. So I'm gonna try to find other places to quest. I know that retrieving the Horn of Jurgen Windcaller, I need to level up my Whirlwind Sprint, which means I need to find another, what do you call it? Another word wall that has the second word for Whirlwind Sprint. And then I've got the Shrine of Azura, the College of Winterhold. So I think it might be worth my while to try to travel over to Winterhold. I am playing as a... Interesting. Well, that's where I would join the Stormcloak Rebellion, and I'm trying to join the... What do you call them? The... Legion... No, not the Legion, that's a different game. The Empire, and so I don't think I want to do that. And then there's an East Empire Company thing there. And then down here we've got Crag Wallow Slope for an Iron Greatsword of Scorching. Down here we've got a Collect Bounty quest, and then over here find the Guldur Amulet Fragment in Kyreman's Hall, which I did first. So I've actually already done that one. I'm not sure why that's showing up as a quest. So what I'll do is I think I will come up here, I'll port to Solitude, and, well, excuse me, fast travel to Solitude so I can turn Yvette's shipment quest in, and then from there I'll take the, what do you call it, cart over to Winterhold and see if perhaps I can work on joining the college quicker. I think that the college will send quests down here to Sarthal, which will mean that I'll be able to get the Gardel Amulet Fragment at roughly the same time. And we'll see what happens. So, fast travel to Solitude. And then we'll...
I wish all graduate and enroll.
Oh, that's right. So she's supposed to be up here, but it's late, so what I'm going to do is just wait a few hours. And she's still not... Oh, there she is. Okay. Maybe. There we go.
Spiced wine for you? It's a family. Thank you so much. I swear it's a fight with them every shipment. Here's something for your troubles.
Cool.
Good luck out there. Seems like a tough time to be wandering Skyrim.
So I have no desire to do his quest. Yeah, I know. I just got done standing in the rain for 10 hours, basically, and I'm not willing to talk to the thief because I try to semi-roleplay, and those two are not necessarily consistent, but... Oh, right. So I'm going to come down to the farm. What I want to find is that up there, the wagon that'll travel between locations, and see if it will take me to Windhelm. So, we'll talk to you.
I can take you to any of the hold capitals.
And I'd like to hire... Come on.
Where do you want to go?
Windhelm. Can you tell me... Wait, run Windhelm. There we go.
Climb and back, and we'll be off.
Sure. Okay, so...
Ever been to Winterhold? Oldest city in Skyrim by some account. They say the big old palace there was built by Yiz.
So it's entirely possible that in my attempt to... Actually, hold on. Let me drop all of these. Except... I'll keep the horn. No, not the horn. Forbidden Legend. Find the red-haired woman. not Nettlebane. Okay, so visit the college is... Alright, cool. Alright, it's entirely possible that I left Whiterun too soon, and I should have been doing more quests in Whiterun, but I was trying to pursue the primary quest line, because I'm not necessarily interested in doing a full clear type run or a completionist run in this run. I'm just interested in, I have no idea where I'm going, interested in accomplishing the primary quest line. And if I accomplish that, I'm fine. I'll, of course, be doing what it takes to increase my, or what it takes to keep up so that combat isn't impossible. But I'm not specifically, like I said, trying to go for a completionist run. It could be interesting to do that, but I also think it would be time consuming. And as neat as it could be, I kind of did that with my first character. My main goal there was to run around as much as possible. Who are you?
Horses.
Nobody to talk
all
to.
day long. Do you have any idea how dull horses are?
Anyway, my goal was to hit each of the little locations on the map without
You come
specifically...
here where you're not wanted. You eat our food, you pollute our city with your stink, and you refuse to help the Stormcloaks.
But we haven't taken a side because it's not our fight.
Hey, maybe the reason these Greyskins don't help in the war is because they're Imperial spies.
Imperial spies? You can't be serious.
Maybe we'll pay you a visit tonight, little spy. We got ways of finding out what you really are.
Do you hate the Dark Elves? Are you here to bully us and tell us to leave?
No, but I do have the feeling I'm in the
You've
wrong
come
place.
to the wrong city, then. Windhelm's a haven of prejudice and narrow thinking, unworthy of one such as you. Nothing new there. Most of the Nords living in Windhelm don't care much for us, but Rolf is the worst by far. He likes to get drunk and walk around the Grey Quarter yelling insults at us in the small hours of the morning. Oh, a real charmer, that one. Some of these Nords will come up with any excuse to despise us. And it isn't just the Dark Elves they hate. They make a target of the Argonians as well. In fact, just about anyone who isn't a Nord is fair game for their bullying.
Interesting.
Until next time.
So, yep, I am in the wrong location. I wanted to go to Winterhold, not Windhelm, so that's a mistake on my part. But now I've got a new fast travel location, so sort of a balance. Oh, there's a lot of W named towns, unfortunately. So I'll come back. I'm not gonna, try and load a save or anything. I'll just come back here and take the cart back up to Winterhold so I can learn more about being a Magicka user. Hopefully that will increase my combat proficiencies.
I can take you to any of the... Where do you want to go?
Winterhold. Yep.
Climb and back,
Oh,
and we'll
50
be
gold.
off.
Alright, I can do that. On the bright side, it doesn't charge you
Was
till
a
you
hero
climb in.
named Ragnar. The red we came riding to Whiterun from old Rorik's.
So my primary goal is to try and get more, get higher level in my destruction so that I'm doing more damage, and to get higher level in general so that I have more magicka, so that it lasts. One, it'll regen faster because it regens as a percentage of how much there is, and two, so that I can use more spells.
Sorry, could you describe the smell?
Like some
Mages don't like
turned inside out and then exploded. What did you do?
It was a minor miscalculation. I've already corrected it for future experiments.
This is why people have a problem with your college, Nelagar. If there's anything you need, just let me know. Here, take a look at this. Some of the Jarl's men came by and left us bounty litter. I'm afraid there's not much to be said. Winterhold is hardly what it used to be. You can talk to Birna if you need to buy anything. She doesn't have much, but could certainly use the coin. And then there's our little inn. Most of the business we get is from folks here to visit the college. Though even that's dried up some. That's right. College of Winterhold, just north of town. Hard to miss.
Okay.
All right then.
And see what this guy was talking. Oh, did he go to sleep? He went to sleep. Bah. That is not a leveling book. So,
I don't deal with any college applicants these days, so don't bother asking. No. Gods no, not for years. I left Winterhold for some time, and returned to stay here at the inn. I still have research that keeps me busy, and being here in Winterhold ensures I have access to former colleagues. Take a look.
Alright, so let's see if you have any good spells. Flame Atronach. The trouble with the conjuring of critters is they don't last long enough to be really useful. And that would be additional. So I think Atronach is, yeah, so it's conjuration. It's conjure flame Atronach. And I don't want to increase my conjuration because it's not necessarily combat useful or as combat useful. Illusion, fast healing, flames, frostbite, healing. Here we go, healing hands. Heals another. So I'm gonna pick this up because one of the things I found is that it's necessary to use that to get into the college, and I don't see him having any of the rune spells, which were the other things I was thinking I could use if it would be. Oh, I had a Staff of Healing Hand. Oops. Well, it'll be interesting to see if Staff of Healing Hand qualifies. I don't care about keeping fine boots. You can do enchant. And books, I've got journals and stuff, but nothing really worth it. And miscellaneous, that's fine. Okay. So, you were...
Unlike some folks here in town,
just what have
we
you
have
got?
nothing against the college or the people that come and go.
Oh, hey, there's another guy over here.
I'm just trying to have a quiet drink here, alright?
Sure, you have your drink. Alright, so let's see here. Books. And now I already knew it. That's frustrating. Okay, this is the Jarl's Longhouse.
Can I help you?
We'll see if the Jarl has any work.
I don't really know anyone at the college. I guess everyone just assumes I do because I'm a Dunmer. Me? Nothing. And I hope to keep it that way. The Jarl is convinced I have some connection with the college, so he goes easy on me. Maybe you'd like to help me keep up appearances. Old Nellikar has a mage's staff in his room in the frozen hearth. It'd be good to have that staff, in case the Jarl starts wondering if I actually have a real connection to the college.
And we'll see if I can talk him into giving
I'll
it
be
to me.
waiting for it.
If I can't talk him
Let me
into
guess.
doing it.
Someone stole your sweet roll.
Our courier will be the first to tell you that if it weren't for that college, we'd all be better off. I agree with him.
Keep clear of the college.
If I can't
Keep
talk him
yourself
out of the staff, I'm probably not going to steal it, so...
If you know any true sons and daughters of Skyrim, tell them to head to Windhelm. Ulfric Stormcloak wants to see them.
Aren't they all?
Skyrim is the birthplace of humanity, the birthplace of honor, and those snow-backed Imperials renounced both when they laid down before the Thalmor. Worse still, to pay for the privilege to keep his throne, the Emperor sells Skyrim and our very gods, Talos no less, to the damn elves. And what did Torrik do? He and the Owls that supported him, they took the Emperor's gold, sold out their people for a slave master's peace treaty. Ulfric did right killing him. Soon we'll rid Skyrim of elves, their bloody Justicars, and the Jarls in their pockets. The whole damn lot of them. And we'll cleave through the Legion to get to them. At first they called us that to belittle our cause, but we gladly accept being named for Ulfric Stormcloak, the only true High King of Skyrim. We are the true sons and daughters of Skyrim, and Ulfric. He is the truest of us all. We fight to make our land great once more, to raise up strong, noble thanes, and lay low false jarls and the cowards who hide behind them. The sound of our fury is a storm about to break on the heads of our enemies. Our friendship, a cloak of true brotherhood for all who would wear it.
So
Until next time.
I expect that as I get more into being aligned with the Legion, this is going to be a risky place to be, since that, I mean, they have a fairly loyal Stormcloak as their, here at least, whether he serves any official capacity, they've let him set up a table on
We don't
which
get many
to
people visiting Winterhold.
keep track of the
Usually
battles and
it's
stuff, so. Alright, so let's talk to the Jarl, see if he has anything.
What's your business here in Winterhold? Should have known. Not that it matters anymore. No one bothers coming to Winterhold for any other reason. Winterhold has lost much of its history, and with that much of its power. I aim to change that. I've heard rumors of the resting place of the Helm of Winterhold. The very same helm that Jarl Hansa wore in the First Era. Hansa was in line to be High King of Skyrim, you know. Having that might get the ear of the other holds, and give me some authority. Good. I'll have a sum of gold waiting for your return. I do. And if you count yourself among their numbers, then you've blood on your hands as well. There's nothing left of Winterhold. Nothing. Everyone knows it's the college's fault that the sea swallowed our city. Still they deny it. What? We all know the truth.
Alright then.
All right.
And I'm not gonna click on the history because, well,
That
there's
wizard
enough.
is still at
There's
the
a
inn.
limit to the
Can't
amount of
believe Dagger allows him to
exposition
stay
that can
there.
be handled.
This.
Alright, so Winterhold appeared. Well, no, there are more buildings.
Destruction.
Okay.
Fine.
So let's see what the other build. Well, actually, before I go to the other buildings, I'm going to see about getting this staff. Find out whether this is even a quest I'm going to be able to do, or if it's going to require stealing the staff. He said it was.
I
in
don't
the...
deal with any college applicants these days, so don't bother asking. My days at the college are long behind me, but I prefer to spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast them.
So he doesn't have weapons, and I'm pretty sure those count as weapons.
Until next time.
So I would have to steal it, and I'm not going to do that, so...
Unless you're bringing me
Ranmir beg a
round.
drink from you yet? That's gold wasted, friend. He owes this tavern enough coin to burn it down, build it back up, then burn it down again just for laughs. He's had some troubles in his life, but I can't have him drinking here without at least paying back some of the coin he owes. Go right ahead. He just might be sober enough to listen to you. You mean the inn or Winterhold? Suppose it's the same answer either way. Winterhold's fallen on hard times, to say the least. Most folk packed up and left years ago. A few of us are either too stubborn or too crazy to go, so we do our best to make a living. It's not much, but we get by. Very little money passes through Winterhold anymore. But if there's one thing you can count on, it's folks needing a drink now and then. Until next time.
I'm just trying to have a quiet... Who are you to say what I should do? I'll pay her back when I'm ready. You're right. What would my forefathers think if they knew I wouldn't pay her? Tell Harren I'll bring her the gold I owe.
And they cause him no harm.
All right, then.
He was suggesting their presence.
Just say the word if you need a drink or something to eat. Thank you. He's not a bad man, just bad with his coins and his drink. My husband Dagger could tell you stories there. I have a couple of Ranmir's things that he traded to us back when he was still paying regularly. I say you've earned them.
Yay, things I'm not going to use.
Good day.
Alright, so let's see here. I've leveled. That's level 13, which is going to be a health level. And I can put... Oh, I have 3 perk points to distribute. This one will be nice. Stagger's beneficial. And I haven't learned any rune spells, but I'll wait until I use them to see whether or not they're worth doing that with. And I can't do anything with the augmented ones until level 60, and then Intense Flames is going to be 50, Deep Freeze 60, Disintegrate 70, Expert Destruction, but I don't have any experts, but that's 75, and then Master is 100. Okay. Alright, so let's see what these
Don't
other
think you can
buildings
barter with me like I'm one of those damn shopkeepers.
have to offer. This is... Oh, hey, general goods. Should be able to dump a sword and shield here.
I do what's necessary so we can get by. Have to, since I can't count on my brother for anything. Wasn't by choice, I can tell you that. Options were in short supply. Ranmir and I grew up here, and nearly any money I make, he drinks away. Without the coin to pack up and leave, I decided to take to trading. Very funny. I'm sure you've noticed that Winterhold isn't exactly overflowing with people. So I'll sell whatever I can. If it's worth putting a price on, you can bet I'll do it. I've been burned a few times, made a few bad deals, but mostly I come out on top. Yeah, it was stupid of me. I shouldn't have believed the story and just refused the trade. But I didn't, and now I'm stuck with this worthless junk. Some line about this clothing and Ingol Barrow. He said it was worth more than its weight in gold if I took it back there. Something about placing it back in Ingol's chamber, I don't know. What was I thinking? Even if it were true, I'm not setting foot in some ancient tomb filled with who knows what. I don't even care anymore. You want to check it out? Fine. I'll sell you the thing for 50 gold, and then it's your problem. Fine, here you go. You get killed on account of this thing, it's not my fault. Got it? But I suppose if it does actually turn out to be worth something, let me know, will you? Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing.
Alright, let's see if I can... Iron Greatsword. She's got 760. Iron Helmet. Huh, I didn't know I had a necklace. Cool. Interesting that I don't... Either I don't have a... it must have been the Iron Helm. I thought it said Iron Shield. Iron Banded Shield isn't... Ah, crap. That was her inventory, so I just purchased those things, which I'm now going to sell back. Well, she came out on top on that deal, too. And that looks like all of those. I'll sell the Scroll of Guardian Circle. I'm not too concerned about scrolls. Okay. Oh, what have you got for sale again? I want to see.
Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures.
I want to see if you have lockpicks. Yep, good. And then you have a lesser soul gem. Interesting. But that'll work.
All right, then.
Why is your weapon out? Oh my! That's a good reason to have your weapon out, alright. Well, I've only been able to kill dragons when there's assistance from guards, so... having the guards around will be helpful. Ah, miss. guess I shouldn't be too worried in too much of a hurry for you to land, because I need to regen my magic up for this to work, so if you're flying around, I'm regenning. This will give me another dragon. Oh crap, landing over there is not beneficial. This will give me another dragon soul though, hopefully, so that will be beneficial. Alright, where is he? There we go. Yay, destruction increased. Dead dragon? Woo! Dead dragon. Okay. It's a shame that's not the dragon where the Jarl told me I needed to kill it. Alright, let's loot. Arrows are good. Well, I'm here where I can sell the sword and the bones. So sure, why not? I'll take them. Alright, absorb the soul. Well, I was after an increase in the level of my destruction magic. That certainly helped with it. Come back to the general goods vendor and see if she has enough money to take some of that stuff off my hands that I just got.
I'll sell. I do what's necessary. Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures.
I'm not necessarily concerned about getting the best price. I'm sure that I could find somewhere else to sell the things that would be superior, but I'm fine doing it this way. Alright. So that took down quite a bit of her supply of funds, but that's everything. I think there may have been a weapon involved. Yep, iron sword. Okay. So she's low on gold, but that's everything
Good day.
that I have. And I think that means, oh, one more thing, unless this is a locked house. It's a house, not locked though.
Kraldar's family was once very powerful in Winterhold. It's my honor to assist.
Winterhold may not look impressive, but it has a very rich history. Winterhold was once the capital of Skyrim, you know. Quite an honor.
Is the college dangerous?
Goodness, no. They're simply scholars. They mean no one harm. I've had several conversations with Archmage Aaron over the years. Oh, he's perfectly polite, if a bit guarded. I'm afraid the Winterhold you see before you is somewhat underwhelming. I can assure you, though, that it was quite something in its prime. An early capital of Skyrim, you know. Sadly, the Oblivion Crisis took its toll on Winterhold, in more ways than one. Then, the Great Collapse swallowed most of our beloved city.
I was hoping this might lead to more quests, but I'm not sure it will.
Just about 80 years ago, there was a terrible disaster. The cliffs overlooking the Sea of Ghosts collapsed, taking most of Winterhold with them. In the middle of it all, the college was practically untouched. Many of the survivors were suspicious. Some believed the mages were behind the whole thing, and others felt they could have at least prevented it. Archmage Aaron assures me that his people had nothing to do with it, and I believe him. But Winterhold never recovered.
Alright then.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Winterhold may not look impressive, but it has a very rich history.
Okay.
Keep clear of the college. Keep yourself out of trouble.
So, hold on. This is where we'll be introduced to requirements of the college. So I'm gonna do that, and then let's see here. Magic. I don't remember healing hand being. Yeah. So there. Apparently, yep, you can use the staff one-handed.
Cross the bridge at your own peril. The way is dangerous, and the gate will not open. You shall not gain entry. Oh, forgive me. Most who arrive here do so because they have heard of the college beforehand. This is the College of Winterhold, a safe haven for mages in Skyrim, a place of wisdom and arcane knowledge. I am here to assist those seeking the wisdom of the college. And if, in the process, my presence helps to deter those who might seek to do harm, so be it. The more important question is, why are you here? Perhaps, but what is it you expect to find within?
What the heck is Aetherius? Be honest.
I see. That power certainly exists, I assure you. Wield it faithfully, and few can withstand you. It would seem that the college has what you seek. The question now is, what can you offer the college? Not just anyone is allowed inside. Those wishing to enter must show some degree of skill with magic. A small test, if you will. Excellent. The Flame Atronach is a vital companion for anyone relying on conjuration. Summoning one here would certainly show your skill. I look forward to it.
Alright then. So, apparently it's different based on which character you bring in. I had been told that I needed to
Disrespect the law, and you disrespect me.
cast the other spell, Healing Hands, the last time I came in, but since I was using a bow
Unless
for combat,
you're bringing me another round, you...
it's possible restoration was my primary. So
I think
he said
my days
he
at the college
sold
spells
Flame
and
Atronach.
incantations for those with the talent to cast them.
Books, conjure Flame Atronach. Good. And then books. Where's sell back Healing Hands, since
Until next time.
I've already
I don't care
got
how
it,
many
apparently.
colleges they build.
Alright, let's see here. Books, and then there. What? Ah, I didn't think I knew that one already. Alright, so magic, conjure, Flame Atronach. Run back here, cast it for her, and then that should be good.
Winterhold's glory days may lie behind it, but the college is gone. Well done indeed. I think you'll be a superb addition to the college. Welcome, apprentice. I'll lead you across the bridge. Once you're inside, you'll want to speak with Mirabelle Irvine, our master wizard. Please, follow me.
Alright then. How's my...
The college is an asset to Skyrim, even if it goes unnoticed or unappreciated.
Just trying to figure out what my magica was after summoning. Let's find out again. Yeah, that's quite a lot. And that would be the other problem with using conjuration. If the thing can't last very long because it gets hit a lot, or targeted, and doesn't have a lot of hit points, then it's way too much magicka to be worth using. Granted, I'd cut it in half if I used the conjuration reduction point. Let me look at that, since I have the extra points. Let's see here. Novice level conjuration spells for half magicka. Is it novice level? Magic. Conjuration. Soul Trap is apprentice. And it's the apprentice level. And let's see here, at what level, whoops, would I get apprentice level? Because my conjuration's at 27, so at 25. So I could get apprentice level. What the heck. It'll make me more efficient. Since I do want to be able to cast Soul Trap without completely wasting all of my stuff. Overcharges it on last longer. Okay, and then Summoner is... Okay. Come on, lady. Let's go. Firebolt back on. And my Atronach died. Well, despawned, whatever. no quest marker.
What you learn here will last you a lifetime. Several, if you're talented.
Alright, I'm trying to join the College of Winterhold. Find home, steal staff. Should have read the... Alright, kill dragon. There is the Winterhold stuff. Well, let's see what you have to say.
You are new here, are you not? We have not spoken. Then allow me to introduce myself. I am Savos Arin, Archmage of the College of Winterhold. I am quite content to see nearly any aspect of magic explored and investigated here. But I do not and will not approve of any research or experiments that cause purposeful harm to your fellow members of the college. Are we clear? Not often, no. Some risks must be taken, to be sure. I am simply trying to avoid untimely deaths. We also must make an effort to avoid worsening what Skyrim thinks of us.
What's the purpose?
Purpose? I should think it's self-evident. Magic is a true power, not something to be shunned by commoners, or treated as an amusing diversion by politicians. It shapes worlds, creates and destroys life. It deserves proper respect and study. The college is a place where we can focus on that, without the pressures of the world weighing down on us.
Okay.
All right then.
Where's my guide? Did she stop? Yeah, it looks like she did. Fine.
Winterhold's glory days may lie behind it, but the college lives on.
Alright, so you like this one? Are you done? Alright, whatever. I wonder if I broke the quest by trying to run ahead because I was getting impatient. It's entirely possible.
I believe I've made myself rather clear.
Yes, of course. I'm simply trying to understand the reasoning behind the decision.
You may be used to the Empire bowing to your every whim, but I'm afraid you'll find the Thalmor received no such treatment here. You are a guest of the college, here at the pleasure of the Archmage. I hope you appreciate the opportunity.
Yes, of course. The Archmage has my thanks.
Very good. Then we're done here.
Okay.
Welcome to the college. Another new student. I'm surprised at how many of you there are lately. Well, first you'll need these. While you're not required to wear them, you may find them more to your liking than your current clothes. I'll give you a brief tour, and then we'll get you to your first class. Are you ready to begin?
Certainly.
Wonderful. Please follow me, and don't wander off. The College of Winterhold has been a fixture in Skyrim for thousands of years. The prominent feature here is the Hall of the Elements. It's our primary location for lectures, practice sessions, and general meetings. The Arcanium is located above the hall, and the Archmage's quarters above that. While technically in charge of the college, the Archmage's responsibilities often keep him occupied. Thus, I run the day-to-day operations. Now, if you'll please follow me, I'll show you the living quarters. Unfortunately, we've had to implement more stringent entry procedures due to some problems with the local Nords. We don't anticipate any real violence, but it never hurts to be prepared.
And you're just going to be silent for the rest of this walk, huh? Alright. So let's see. She said that there was novice robes of destruction. Magic regen is 50% faster and 12% less to cast. So I think the combination of those two will be better than the necromancer's robes, and I won't have a skull on my chest anymore. So we'll go with those. And we'll see what she has to say as we walk around. Not much of anything. So hopefully I'll be able to do the quests here. I'm planning on trying to do the...
are housed here, in the Hall of Attainment. I'll ask that you please keep your voice down while inside, as others may be working on research or delicate experiments.
Trying to get the quest done for Winterhold, since that will hopefully give me more experience in my skills.
Now I'll show you to your quarters. You're going to be sharing space with your fellow apprentices, who you'll meet shortly. This is where you'll be staying. This bed and desk are yours. Please try and be considerate of others.
Huh.
Now, let's go back to the Hall of the Elements, where most of the members gather for lectures and study sessions.
Oh. But if they're mine, I'll take them. Ooh. Nice soul gem, too. Oh, I need to follow
Even
her.
with the college's laid-back attitude...
So I'll have to go back there. Oh.
Initially, you'll be learning from one of our most esteemed wizards.
There are some experiments the college frowns on.
Yep. So I'll have to go back there and talk to each of the students, see if they have quests. But for right now, we're taking the tour, and I'd rather not get left behind in the process. Don't know whether there will be some component of it that I'll miss by not following her, since I was concerned that I'd missed something by not following the gal who led us up the, what do you call it, the pathway to here. So, alright, so snowberries and stuff, where'd you go?
Tolfdir is likely already addressing the new apprentices. Go on in, and if you have any problems, let one of our senior members know.
Okay then. Yep, so by moving away I did mess it up, so listen to Tolfdir. Where's...
What you look...
Alright, no.
It
not
will last
wait.
you a lifetime.
No, not that either. Journal. Alright, first lessons. There we go. Listen. Ah, I'm not tracking it. That's why. Good. Alright, so there's Tolfdir.
Welcome, welcome. We were just beginning. Please, stay and listen. So, as I was saying, the first thing to understand is that magic is, by its very nature, volatile and dangerous. Unless you can control it, it can and will destroy you.
Sir, I think we all understand that fairly well. We wouldn't be here if we couldn't control magic.
Of course, my dear, of course. You all certainly possess some inherent natural ability. That much is not being questioned. What I'm talking about is true control, mastery of magic. It takes years, if not decades, of practice and study.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's get started.
Please, please. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Eagerness must be tempered with caution, or else disaster is inevitable.
But we've only just arrived here. You've no idea what any of us are capable of. Why not give us a chance to show you what we can do?
You've been quiet so far. What do you think we should do?
Yeah, something practical.
Is that so?
See, he agrees with us too. Why don't you actually show us something?
All right, let's settle down. I suppose we can try something practical. In continuing with our theme of safety, we'll start with wards. Wards are protective spells that block magic. I'll teach you all a ward, and we'll see if you can successfully use it to block spells, all right? Would you mind helping me with the demonstration? Are you at all familiar with ward spells? That's what this lesson is for. Perfect time to try it out. Now, if you'll just stand right over there, I'll cast a spell at you, and you block it with the ward. Here we go. Over there, please, just opposite me. Wouldn't want anyone else in the way. Now, cast the ward spell.
Magic. Restoration is where wards are? Yep. And it is
Keep it
something that I have in my quick bar. So, click.
Now, cast the ward spell, and keep it up. Hold still. Excellent work. Well, I think this is an excellent start. I'd like you all to continue practicing with wards, please. I think perhaps we're ready to begin exploring some of the various applications of magic throughout history. The college has undertaken a fascinating excavation in the ruins of Sarthal nearby. It's an excellent learning opportunity. I suggest we meet there in a few hours and see what awaits us inside. That's all for now. Thank you.
You are new, yes? Have you mastered the expert-level distraction spells yet?
No.
Ah, this is good. But Jizargo will know them first. It is good to finally be around mages who may be able to keep up with Jizargo. Oh yes, Jizargo hopes to find things that will make him a more powerful mage here. Hopefully small things that fit inside pockets and will not be noticed if they are missing. Mages in Cyrodiil are all about politics. The Synod and the College of Whispers are too busy guarding secrets to bother to teach. Skyrim was not Jizargo's first choice, but Winterhold is removed from politics, dedicated to study. This is the place for Jizargo to become great. There is much for Jizargo to be sure of. There is skill in magic, there is charm, and there is a strong will. Jizargo will be successful. Of this there is no doubt. Oh, but you are wrong. The only reason you could disagree is because you are losing so badly you cannot see it. Swift hunting.
New here too, eh? I'd hoped I wouldn't be the only Nord, but I should have known better. Magic is shunned by most. If it can't be swung over your head and used to crack skulls, most Nords want nothing to do with it. Magic is seen as something for elves and weaker races. No offense, of course. Not at all. I consider it a blessing. My family was convinced coming here was a death sentence, or worse. It took years of insisting that this is what I'm meant to do. Well, look at the evidence. Nords generally don't trust magic, so it's not off to a good start. Throw in the Oblivion Crisis, which was caused by magic users, and the troubles now with the Aldmeri Dominion, who are elves and magic users. And finally, take the fact that the college is the only thing left standing after most of Winterhold was destroyed. It's all fairly damning.
Okay.
Until next time.
It's lies. All of it. I don't care what she told you. It's all lies.
What?
Feralda, don't act like she didn't say anything. I know her, and I know what she's been up to. My problem with her? She's the one who has a problem with me. She's threatened by me, by my skill as a wizard, by my elegance and posture, by my superior good looks. But she is not going to get the better of me. Oh no, I won't let it get to me one bit. That's what she's after. She's trying to undermine my confidence, make me doubt myself. Well, it won't work, I tell you.
Seems like it already is. Alright, so is there anybody else in here? There was a bald guy walking around, and then there was also the member of the Thalmor. Requires key, and this is to the Arcanium. So we'll see what's here. I'm hoping that the quest for the gal with the claw will be easy enough, or at least doable enough. Also not a learning book. Alright. So, but time will tell. Let's see here. Here's a
I don't
guy.
want to... You are now in the Arcanium, of which I am in charge. It might as well be my own little plane of oblivion. Disrupt my Arcanium, and I will have you torn apart by angry Atronachs. Now, do you require assistance? If you're feeling adventurous, I'm always looking for someone to procure valuable books from some more dangerous locations. Well, all right, here. I scribbled down the last place I'd heard about. Check it out, but be careful.
Alright.
Of course I do. If I didn't, Most of these books would have been burned to ashes or dissolved to nothing before the Third Era. Mages need to be reminded to be careful around research materials. A mage is only as good as what he knows. I try to make sure as much knowledge is available as possible. We've been keeping this collection since the Second Era. Books have come and gone during that time, but it's mostly intact.
As a matter of fact, there are. Have you ever heard of Shalador? Immensely powerful mage, back in the First Era. Had an understanding of magic few have ever matched. He holed himself up in Labyrinthian, and devoted all his time to research and study, but more than you would imagine possible. Since then, his writings have been scattered all over Skyrim, but are little use to anyone who can't translate them. I'm one of the few who can. I've heard whispers of more of his work having turned up. If you can track it down, it may prove useful to all of us.
Alright then. And what have you got?
Assorted books, scrolls. I'm sure you'll find something useful.
Specifically, do you have... you don't have spell tomes, so... No, you don't. Alright. But you will buy this, even though it was, yeah, wasted to buy it. Alright. Nope, no spell or no skill upgrade from that either. Alright, so that's a number of quests. Let's go see if any fellow... Oh, hey, new quest from that book. Cool. See if... Well, first we'll go up here, I guess. I hadn't realized there was... Ah, because it's the Archmage's quarters. Alright, see if any of the fellow... Where's the door? Students have additional quests for me. Where the heck am I? What? Crap. Oops. I wondered if that would happen about the same time I started. Okay, so that was a mistake. Need to go one more level down before I try and exit. Ah, yes, that's where the stairs were. Okay. Oops. So, without the dying this time. Head to the students' quarters and get what quests I can. And then I'll call it good for this session, which will be another extended quest gathering one. And I'll probably head to Sarthal afterwards, if I remember the name of the spot where we were supposed to be doing stuff. What time is it? 1:50 a.m. You know what? I don't like you. Sure, we'll wake you up to talk to you.
Another new apprentice, I see. Are you of the sort that believe you're here to change the world? Or are you only in it for yourself? I assure you that I shall be watching you, all of you, very closely. I am an advisor to the Archmage. The Thalmor wish to promote relations with your college. I am at the Archmage's disposal if he requires advice.
Okay.
Perhaps not as often as he should. In time, I believe he will be more trusting. Now that stability has been established between the Dominion and the Empire, we seek only to help Skyrim, to guide its people through this time of transition, to help lead them to a better future.
Sure you do. Alright, stairs, but I'll go up those after I verify. And yep, those are going to be steel because they're, and this is the correct bed. And I read that one already, so stairs. See who's upstairs.
Let me give you a bit of advice. You want to work on something that's not officially allowed? Don't tell anyone you're doing it. You need something you're not officially supposed to have? You come see me. You tell anyone that I told you, and I'll fry you from the inside out. Got it?
It's funny how the dialogue works. Sitting right next to one of the officials and he says that.
Please don't bother the Archmage unless it's absolutely necessary. Well, that depends on what you're looking for. Beralda can teach destruction spells, and offers training in that school.
Oh.
Finis is one of the best conjurers in all of Skyrim, and can help with spells from that school. Don't let Tolfdir fool you. He's the preeminent scholar on alteration. One of the best in Tamriel, and always willing to pass on his knowledge. If you can find him and focus his attention, there's a great deal Drevis can teach you about illusion magic. And finally, there's Colette. She may be difficult to get along with. She's very knowledgeable when it comes to restoration magic.
I've got to find Feralda and Gillette, or...
There are no expectations. This college is a place to study and practice magic freely. Hopefully any discoveries made in your pursuits will be shared with the members of the college first. That way, we all benefit.
Alright then. There are more stairs up, but I'll do this loop first. Still stealing, okay. Not a person. Not a person. A person.
I think the college is due for a change in leadership.
Don't trust that one. He's up to something. Most here are up to something, of course, but in his case, it's not good. I haven't figured it out yet, but I will. He is rather handsome, though, isn't he?
Until next time.
Right. On the bright side, they don't seem to get mad at you for waking them up. Oh, I've already talked to you.
Please don't bother the art, unless it's absolutely necessary.
Let's see. That goes to Skyrim. So, they listed a number of names, but I mean, I haven't seen the majority of the people who they listed, so I was hoping to train in destruction and restoration if they can teach me new spells, but I don't know where else I would go at this point. Alright, well, that looks like all of the quests, so I'm gonna go out here. I'll port to where I can get to my horse, and, well, fast travel, whatever. And from there, I'll call that a finished session, and then I'll head down to Sarthal for that quest. Alright, so before I quit, Shalador's writings, Sarthal, let's see here, miscellaneous, don't care about Red Eagle's sword right now, Waters of Oblivion, Ingvir, don't care about stealing the staff, Dragon, East Empire Company. So those are all the quests that I gained. What that'll mean is that when I come back next time, I'll be able to start on those. One of them's up there, a couple of them are there, and that's where the dragon is. And I've also got a quest here for the Shrine of Azura, so it might be possible to combine trying to do those two. But I'll worry about, what's this one? Waters of Oblivion. Huh, okay. Because that's near there. I may have to check that one out as well, but I'll start the next session with Sarthal, and then I can progress from there. So, thanks all.